All right, y'all. I know we're getting a little bit warmed up with this today. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, 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 wow. Ladies and gentlemen, whoo, where do we start? Where do we start with this, y'all? So much juiciness has been going on up in them streets. Y'all don't even know what the heck is going on, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, the socially awkward nerd Christian Paul speaking, coming to you live from the Nerd Chronicles in regards to a breaking news situation involving ICE agents mainly offing another U.S. citizen, a Minneapolis citizen, so much so that the block has gone super hot between the public, forcing the NBA to get involved. If I'm not mistaken, they had a game that's supposed to be going on right now between the Golden State Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves, which would have been played at Target Center right now. But NBA definitely, unfortunately, postponed the game to tomorrow in lieu of recent events that's been going on with this shooting that I'm about to discuss with you guys very, very soon. Before we dig into that, I do want to let you know that there's going to be some graphic language and some graphic content involved in all of this up in the whole ordeal, which I do want to let you guys know right now in regards with that. And I do want to let you know viewer discretion is advised in regards to this matter. Now, as I go in, I'm going to look into some sites actually confirming the chaos as to what is going on. And we are going to definitely look into these whole ordeals together. All right. So bear with me as I go into these windows and see what is going on with the chaos of the whole ordeal. Ladies and gentlemen, one moment, please. So this is what's been going on here. We have a lot of live updates that you see here, ladies and gentlemen. This is beyond fucking insane. It is insane down to the core, y'all. This is crazy right now. So let me try and actually pause some of the stuff before we actually move forward in this. So basically, if I can get everything thoroughly prepared here so that we can get going in this, because I know they have a lot of live demonstrations right now as we speak. So let's dig into this news article that we have, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go switch scenes as to figure out what the heck is going on. So let me go focus on this whole incident in regards to Minneapolis. So we know that this happened, the late Alex Pretty. And before I go forward in this, and also in lieu of events, my deepest condolences go out to the family of Alex Pretty as well as his friends during this extremely difficult and tragic time over something that's extremely senseless. So let's scroll down here and see what is going on. So we look into this story, right? They actually are digging into more evidence. So basically, a white guy has been offed by the ice baby, right? If you know what I mean, like the icicles, if you will, right? We see Alex Pretty, 37 years young, worked for the Minneapolis VA healthcare system as an ICU nurse. According to the AFG, Professor Local 3669, representing professional employees affiliated with the Minneapolis VA healthcare system. So if we scroll down and see what is going on here, basically the member of the union lost their life today, and the loan is devastating. Hearts are heavy, and we scroll all the way down. Very, very tragic stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And mind you, they find out that Alex Pretty is like a concealed carry holder. He's legally licensed to carry, mind you. And yet they are going gun ho in this. Remember what rang a bell about say around 10 years ago, around that time. Have you heard about the name Philando Castile? Does that ring a bell to a lot of y'all? But let's go dig further into the situation here. So they're having a lot of evolving chaos, and mind you, he's not criminalized, he's not a criminal record, he's a legal U.S. citizen, and they have a valid permit in regards to that, but yet they are going very gung-ho. And if we go down to ESPN situation, and you see the game between Golden State and Minnesota being postponed amid the unrest that's currently going on right now, that's been going on literally early this morning, which is very, very unfortunate and very, very tragic. According to the NBA, it said the game was postponed to prioritize the safety and security of the Minneapolis community, and they intend to actually basically play the game the next day, same time, 5:30 Eastern time, 4:30 Central time, and they're scheduled to play again in downtown Minneapolis the following night, that Monday night, right? So you already see everything that's mainly been going on in regards to the chaos that you see here. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, as I get my headphones ready so that we can actually try and dig into some of these videos that's been basically going down literally up in these streets. 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all. So let's go and watch this. A couple of activities that's been going on together in regards to the unrest regarding Minneapolis. So let's go look into one of these ordeals here and see what we find, ladies and gentlemen. Skip through all this nonsense here.
Please, I can't breathe! I can't! Breathing!
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, viewer discretion is advised in regards to the language that you see here. I know I have basically profanity as well, but definitely let you guys know in regards to the profanity and actually warn you guys about it. So the block is literally super hot right now. My goodness.
How'd you make it? That's amazing!
What in the fuck is going on?
You got the right color brown pants on.
Real good job. Chemical irritants on the elderly. Real fucking good job, boys. Really earning your paychecks today, boys. Good job.
You didn't
Good
get your
job.
bonus yet, you fucking
So
soul.
proud of you, boys. You're making us so fucking proud. Good job. Oh, an innocent civilian woman getting taken carried away. Good job. Real fucking good job. Oh, welcome back, boys. Welcome back. Did you get the punching him in the fucking head while you're out? God, now you're back in your safe space. Good job. You're safe now. Maybe another 20 minutes you can grab some old people, go feed some citizens, you know, just another day at work. This is very normal. Nothing weird going on about what you're doing. You fucking idiots. You guys are normal. This is so...
literally live accidents going on in sports right now. This is crazy. Oh my God. And rubber bullets, see out here? To come by to hit you in one of your eyes or even one of your skin or one of your balls, you're done. You lose your eyesight, you can lose a testicle, game over. Or even one of the ovaries, you know, them reproductive organs. Over. My goodness, yo. Let's go look into another video in regards to this chaos, ladies and gentlemen. So we got one going down. We have more protests coming in. We can just scroll along as it gets
And my
there.
husband died unexpectedly. My son Gabriel.
So pardon the commercials here. Let's go skip through that. And more coverage is supposed to be coming in shortly. So let's go check back up in there. This happened early that morning, right? And the block has been super hot. We got public safety going on. More people coming in. Yeah, once again, deep condolences go out to the family of Alex Brittany. See the response.
Within 15 minutes of this, which they did last time, that's why you need to have a fair investigation.
Coming. See all the cameras here. Let's go back. And they got more going down. Let's go down to this guy here.
So the question was, there is a incredibly volatile scene in South Minneapolis right now, and the extent of communication with law enforcement agencies. We have established a command post that is led by Minneapolis Police, and there are representatives from all of the regional, local, county, and state organizations. We have had communication with Homeland Security, but they have not been able to provide us any specific details around the incident itself. We are responsible for ensuring the safety of people on the streets of our city, and we are doing everything that we can to maintain the peace right now, led by Minneapolis Police, but with the help of the Minnesota State Patrol, Hennepin and Ramsey County Sheriffs. Several suburban towns are in the city helping us with 9.
All right, let's go dip up out of here. All right, you got some more chaos that's going on right now. And they are still going on. They probably had like a couple hours ago. Right now, it should definitely be dusk at the moment. So let's go look into various angles of the
Minneapolis and this great state of Minnesota. Once again, we find ourselves in a moment when one of our neighbors began this morning just like any of us and decided to do what Renee Good did every single day, stand up for his neighbors. Alex this morning, this nurse, this VA ICU nurse, this man woke up just like every single one of us with the same mission that Renee Good has and that many of us this morning also woke up to protect each other, to stand up for each other, to care for each other. After one of the largest protests in one of the coldest days on Saturday, Friday, as nearly 50,000 people and more braved that cold day to come outside.
Tap the screen, everybody. Tap the screen. Tap the screen.
I want to say this because this is in all of our hearts today. That when they took Renee, thousands of more Renees stood up across this country and here in Minnesota.
Share the live. Hit the repost.
All right, let's go back out of this here. You already see the juiciness and the ratchetivity. And we got some more live chaos that's been going on. You see Hasanabi here going off, going live.
Broadcasting service, sponsored by Riot Control. For your favorite CS gas needs.
Quick zoom in on.
Go to Riot
Oh
Control.
my goodness.
Go to defensetechnology.com.
Built Riot Control.
Usually in the middle of the protest
built in
here.
Casper,
Let me go type
Wyoming.
Raquel, a friend texted me the thing about all the checkpoints they're doing.
Yeah.
And my friend thought
See
it was
what we
fake
got.
news.
No, they sent us out a
I was like, what's
citywide test.
Y'all see all of this here. Blocking super hot right now. And more chaos here. Go one more video. This is literally insane. Y'all see all this stuff in full time. This is crazy. You got all the government buildings mainly boarded up like crazy. Yeah, let me get up out of this. And let me go take off my headphones and discuss definitely acknowledge the tragedy is definitely currently happening, but I also want to definitely note irony as well. What ICE is doing right now is going way out of line. It's literally despicable down to the core. All right, it's utterly egregious on what they've done, okay, towards U.S. citizens, towards young children, whether they are legal or illegal. You know, they have none of their situation, that don't even know about which land they're coming or going, you know, which may rest on the parents' responsibility, or they may not actually be aware that they were immigrated. We don't fully know, or they may not know the certain laws or customs on how the process goes, or the parents are definitely still in process of actually taking the proper steps to become U.S. citizens, but yet they want to try and get rid of them anyway. You know what I'm saying? Swiftly. And this has literally gone way too far. But it's all going to come back to white America as a collective that keeps allowing this stuff to mainly go down when black people are unoffed, are offed, unalived, unnecessarily for way less, and at times quicker. Or even they get off for doing nothing. Or this is minded business, going to chill, just getting some stuff out of score, or they're just looking for toy guns, or they playing with toy guns, or they just definitely mind their business, and then they get killed without warning anyway. John Crawford, Tamir Rice, shoot them without warning, even though they haven't been struck back. There's the DoorDash driver that got hit 100 times in Akron while running away. He got hit. Eric Garner got choked from behind. Cowardless move, right? You see everything going on and on and on and on with all these cowardly acts by law enforcement that many of y'all and many of the politicians that are up there running the show and City Hall allow. Local, state, and federal due to your qualified immunity bills. And now you want to fund the police more and more and more via both main parties, Republican and Democrat, right? Which leads to the chaos that we see here that's going on when Trump's second term in office, right? With the president, after the president elected him, Trump's going by as the 47th president of the United States, loosening up the requirements for ICE, inviting his Proud Boys, his white extremists, to mainly act the muck and literally act a fool, and the block has been hot towards all these other non-white groups, all these other non-black groups, and even white folks that are actually just feeling the wrath of what black people have felt for a very, very long time. Now, with those two individuals, Renee Good, Alex Pretty, yes, I saw the video involving Renee Good. Yes, he was doing a bit of resisting with the ICE agent. Yes, he shouldn't comply in that whole ordeal. And I also do agree that shooting was also unnecessary as well. And she had way more privilege to actually do these types of things than I ever could. But this all comes back, as I said before with Charlie Kirk, all comes back to universal karma once again. And what's absolute power is never restricted. It can never contain itself in one group. It eventually spreads out, eventually to its own. And you get exploited by that as a result. And now look at where you're standing now. You know what I'm saying? And look at all y'all other groups out here really trying to be mean black people, disrespect black people, trying to be grimy. Just like these white supremacists out here literally up in these streets all over the world, especially up in America. You're out here being grimy, even actually trying to go in 10 times harder with your hatred, with your racism, than a white man would ever could. Right? And now you getting got too. You getting universal karma hitting up right up in your ass right now. Okay? Not all of you, but at least some of you. All right? You were getting hit so bad because you want to be close to whiteness so bad. But yet, for them white folks up in America right now, them white supremacists out here, they turn you like a fiddle. And look at where your ass at right now because of that. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard for me to feel sympathetic towards other collective groups when those collective groups have done nothing to mainly help out my people or my community as a collective. You know what I'm saying? And now the moment they actually start really feeling the brunt towards all these things, literally, right? Now they want to try and cry for our help. Now they want to actually go cry foul for us and actually help us take the further fall and actually take the big hits. We done now. We chilling. We relaxing. We chilling up at peace. We'll maybe hold you down from afar, but we chilling at peace, mind our own business, living our own lives, playing our video games, going through shopping, enjoying our basketball games, while not getting ourselves involved in the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? And this is on y'all to figure this whole thing out. Because a good portion of y'all voted against your interests. And as a result of that, this is what you get. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I really can't personally support this type of ordeal. I really do not. I hate that this things happen to people. I saw other stuff that's going on where I saw another young lady that actually just got plastered, warning ICE, and they got basically attacked her and nearly killed her. I've seen a situation where they mainly detain a child and actually try and get him to a detention center. An innocent young Hispanic child, right? This is the big reality on how ICE operates, in their mind, if you're not white, you're not an American citizen. So they're going to look to get any other shade of color other than white. And yes, white is a color. But any other form of color they mainly getting, they are targeting because they don't see you as one of them, right? They see you a different color as a non-U.S. citizen to them. You know what I'm saying? And they've done the most. Even with those that are U.S. citizens, but may look a different race, they want to try and get them in them detention centers, just like the way they actually done, like all these plantation owners and they slave patrol have put like a lot of black people up in them plantations and up in them barracks, up in the 1700s as well as the 1600s, just to actually try and make them formal slaves for free. And we were up in the auction. Our ancestors were up in the auction at that time. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new. Y'all witnessing this stuff literally in real time. Y'all witnessing this shit literally in real time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, what to do when you're encountering them? When they ask for ID, give them the ID, be professional, be respectful, and go on about with your day. And if things actually go smooth and you actually have a casual conversation, you know, if things actually go clear, they leave you alone, they move on. But if you're out here literally trying to antagonize, literally try to act the fool, and if they do that, just still stay calm, record it with your phone or record with your iPad, okay, and utilize that as a total ground for a potential lawsuit, a civil lawsuit against the federal government as well as those ICE officials. Because more than likely, them ICE officers, they're not going to be charged given the laws that you allow and given the laws that the federal government have created immunity protections from both the Republicans and the Democratic Party, which results in the unfortunate and tragic chaos that you see here today. No more talk for me, ladies and gentlemen. This is some crazy chaos that you see going on in these streets. I'm probably going to hit up and deal with some dinner in a few minutes, and I know that I'll be able to actually make some good content in regards to some pseudo gurus, the DEI version of white extremism, and why they are actually dunces for actually literally acting themselves the way that they do, right? All because all these cowardly ants you see out here are coming from straight cowards and straight losers that are basically like losers mainly up in their early lives and the majority of their lives. That's where all this stuff's coming from. Straight cowards, man. You know what? No more talk for me.